Another kid died.
I'm not gonna let that happen.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's JCWgamer here. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing my first breakdown of a trailer, and this is The Walking Dead Season 4, or as you like to call it, the final season, Episode 1, done running. And I think I've got a lot of things, when I was watching this trailer, a lot of things was going through my head, and I actually knew what they were kind of going for this first episode, and it just looks incredible, and I just want to break it down to you from the start to the very end. So I'm going to just jump straight into the start, where it is so obvious we are going to be having Lee flashbacks, because when Marlon is talking to us, we're talking about Lee, because at the start of the trailer we can see when Clem shot Lee, and she was thinking about that in the car, it looked like, but it looks like when people are talking to Clem and she's talking about Lee with them, she starts to have these flashbacks. And when Marlon says, I can't imagine what that must have been like, that's blatantly talking about Lee, because that was straight in the trailer, straight after the flashback. Marlon said that, so he looks like they are starting to have a connection, Clem and Marlon. You can see throughout the trailer, but yeah, it looks like if that's going to be the case, that we're going to have Lee flashbacks. It's going to be people asking about Lee. Maybe every time Clem brings him up, maybe a situation, maybe we have to put more Walker guts on us, blood. It's going to be another Lee, tactic, and Clem's going to remember that as Lee. We're probably going to have a flashback, and if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, I reckon we're going to be able to have slight moments where we will be able to play as Lee like we did in Season 1. Because when I said Walker guts and blood, it just reminded me of when Clem and Lee were walking through the crowd of walkers, and they had to get out of there until Lee collapsed, and then they had to go in the garage, and then that's where Lee, so there might be times where we have to play as Lee in flashbacks, but I just think that'd be pretty cool if that's what we had to do. That's just what I think. That's obviously not true, but just come to mind that I just thought that'd be pretty nice, because don't forget it's a game, so it'd be nice to interact with it. Just like with the New Frontier, we had to interact with the Clementine flashbacks. After that, as Clem and AJ in the car, and Clem is telling AJ with his little pocket knife that we are going to get food, we come in greeting with Erickson's boarding school for youths, as Marlon likes to say. And this is where we get a little view of how happy it is, how we get to see a little view of all the I've said view twice, I meant this is where we get to see all the characters in one, which is 10, Violet, Marlon and Lewis. And these 4 characters are going to be the main characters, with obviously ourselves and AJ, and these characters definitely look like they have different personalities from each other, very different. Some can be more aggressive, some can be more, well, it depends how your Clementine acts, isn't it? I think it depends, or how you're like with certain characters. Maybe obviously they'll be nicer to you and stuff, but their characters in general, I think Marlon is definitely going to be the person he's the leader. He's going to help, because he's the one of the dog, which I think her name is Rosie, and she is, well, he is the leader, like I said, and he's definitely like more, he's a kind guy, but he just wants everything to be run right, just like Gally from Maze Runner. Yep, that's right. Let me know if you also think the same in the comment section below. Also, the Clementine you got from the story builder, whatever Clementine you got at the end of A New Frontier, I thought, because you're playing as Clementine, so why would it matter which Clementine you got, as loyal Clementine or brutal Clementine? Why would that matter? I thought maybe, depending which Clementine you got, all of your choices would change. If you were brutal, you would have more brutal choices. If you were loyal, you would have all kind choices, but you can obviously choose which you would like to say to people, because why would it matter? I still don't even know about that, but let me know what that means, depending what Clementine you got, because would that change your choices, or would that, I don't know how that would impact, because it doesn't make sense. You're playing as Clementine, so however you act in the final season, that's how you're going to act. See, you never know if you got the selfless Clementine in the story builder for maybe for episode 4, the season finale, you won't get a choice. That would be Clementine sacrificing herself as her ending, as Clementine, because I don't know how that's going to take any part, what Clementine you got, but if that is the case, then I reckon you won't get a choice. It would just be like if when you're with Gabe, if you have a kiss or hug him, or if you hold hands with him, just like to do that, to get, like, if you have to, one is to kiss him, you had to leave with Jane, I believe. So, and that did that by itself. You didn't know that. So I reckon depending on what Clementine you got, maybe that will determine your ending. And that'd be pretty cool. There you could just see Lewis just like, you're teaching him how to use a gun, and we're just like, yeah, Lee taught me how to use a gun at 8, it's important, and he's like, oh, sorry, mate, and you're like, oh, it's alright, mate. Here, everyone sat down, having a nice time, laughing, which is rare, just like when we're back with Kenny and Luke on Season 2, brings back memories. We have Marlon being cool, giving AJ a high five. Now this is where it begins to give me the Maze Runner feeling. So, from now on in the trailer, we do find out someone in this place has been sabotaging us. They did something to a walker. We don't know what's really going on. It's kind of like a murder mystery. We don't know what's going on. It kind of gets a bit eerie. Clem goes in a room on her own. She's got a candle. Maybe we're all splitting up to find out something. And the reason gives me a Maze Runner feeling is that people who are splitting up from our little community, people are on watch, and people let us know when the walkers are coming. For example, this girl here said to Marlon that there's walkers coming along on the fence. And like I said from before, Gally is from Maze Runner, and Marlon really reminds me of Gally, because I'll get to that in a minute. But there is people separating from the group, like us, Clem and all that. It's like runners. We checked out the walker, just like the Griever on Maze Runner. We all went into the maze and actually checked out the Griever. We all went out to check out the sabotaged walker, and it just gives me the feel of like there's someone in this place that is not giving us a good time, and someone's against us, a traitor. And it just makes it so much more like interesting and like, oh my god, like who is it? But I believe that's what's going on. Violet says, I just think things would have went differently if I was there, so that must mean a character must die, and Violet wasn't there, so there must be a choice, obviously a devastating choice that might have to come. Someone's not going to make out of it, so maybe someone has to die. You're going to have to choose between two people. So that quote definitely gives that away, and there comes a point in this where I don't know if Marlon is with us or against us. As you can see, Clem is racing against him. I don't know if she's like on his side. It looks like, I don't know if she nodded, but like she gives him like a silent nod, like yes, okay, you ready? Let's go. Now I'm gonna quickly play the quote where Marlon is getting stressed out. Now this quote right here makes me think that Marlon is the traitor, the one that is sabotaging the walker in their little community, and they've somehow we found out that mystery that it's Marlon, and he's trying to protect everyone like he says. Take a listen to this.
You don't understand. I'm trying to protect you!
In this little clip here as well, you can see that there's traps, like there's a log that's smashed against a walker, so there's going to be traps in this. You can tell that Marlon is trying to protect everyone, just even if the group doesn't agree with his decisions, just like Gally.
You really think I'm going to let Thomas back into the maze after what he's done? Look around you. Look at our glade. This is the only way. And when the Grievers get what they came here for, everything goes back to the way it was.
When all of this action is kicking off, there's definitely going to be more of those fighting mechanics that we had in the demo returning. When we see a load of walkers, we're definitely going to have to use that mechanic to fight them again. I can't wait for that. And it looks like Clem locks herself in a basement kind of thing under the ground. I don't know how she ended up down there. Maybe loads of walkers like trapped her down there. Maybe she couldn't get out. That was the only way to, you know, survive. She had to lock herself down there. There was a frame where you can see AJ pointing a gun and a drain is next to him. So maybe he comes and helps Clem out of the basement, just like Clem did for Lee a couple of times, save him in some situations, which I think is quite cute and very useful for their partners in crime relationship, I would like to say.
You don't understand. I'm trying to protect you!
This was supposed to be my world!
Okay, you can't blame that I just added that in there. Marlon kind of gives me the feel of Aiden as well. I mean, they're both Telltale games, come on, but that little That quote at the end there, it just kind of like they have the same similar, like the stand as well, you know, with Marlon, where like it's thundering but like behind him, and it, like the camera's slowly going down on him like he's the new villain. Yeah, that's kind of like Aiden. I mean, come on, it's kind of similar, but I don't want to compare him to anyone else. So I mean, this game's gonna be fantastic, and I think I'm done now. I mean, that dog looks absolutely crazy, tearing the walkers apart. It's gonna be fun seeing him do that. They have confirmed that the dog is not going to die in the series, so that's awesome. So to all the animal lovers out there, Rosie is not going to die. I repeat, she is not going to die, although she is a very terrifying dog, so I don't know how you could care. I mean, I'm gonna like that dog because it's on our side for once. We've got a terrifying dog that's going to be on our side in the game, and I just feel like the reason they did this, actually, in fact, this is the reason they did this, they confirmed it, is because every Telltale game, Ruben died, didn't he, in Minecraft story mode. Every animal in a Telltale game always dies. In The Walking Dead, every animal so far has died, so I mean, Rosie, the terrifying dog, is not going to die, don't you worry. I mean, Luna kind of survived on Minecraft story mode season 2, I mean, she was like the only animal survivor in a Telltale game, but that has been my full breakdown on The Walking Dead, the final season, episode 1 done, running. I hope you all did enjoy. Let me know if you want me to do any future breakdowns and trailers for this game. I mean, Marlon definitely does give me the feel of Gally and Aiden joined together. I mean, just like, I feel like this first episode definitely is going to be like Minecraft Story Mode Episode 5 and Maze Runner. I know it's like the most random thing ever, but I mean, I love both of them, and yeah, I just can't wait for this first episode. That's going to be awesome, because it definitely is kind of like a mystery. I mean, you can piece together in this breakdown what I've done that it is going to be Marlon that is the traitor, but I don't really know. But let me know your predictions in the comment section below. That is going to be it. You know, pre-order this game now and get the Walking Dead collection for free, unless you're JCWgamer, you've already bought the collection for 50 quid. So yeah, it's a bit of a rip for me, but yeah, leave a like in the like section below. I kind of messed up there. Don't forget to leave a comment on what you think, like it said, and leave a like yes on the video if you liked the video, and subscribe if you're new around here, and I will see you all on day 1 of release of this game on the 14th of August. I cannot wait. I bet you guys can't either. There's been so much hype for this game, and it's just going to be amazing. It's so hyped up, this game, because of how amazing it's been, and the experience of the demo just makes it so much more better. So that's been it, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.
The first person who taught me about survival was Lee.
What'd he teach you?
How to say goodbye.